The first year, about halfway, 3/4 into the year, I had gotten off all medications I was taking. And that was achieved, I think, that was really done just of my own accord, but that was achieved, I think, through athleticism and sport, hard work, and coupled with diet and proper breathing to really try to return to a natural equilibrium that pills can try to achieve but can never really do as well as one can bring about in themselves if they want to.
I knew from the very beginning that whatever Abe has is just his imagination, whatever was put in him through childhood, etc. And I wish him to meet a person who has a visible problem. I was the best man to the man who lost his right arm and 3 fingers from the left arm. He who has a visible problem acted, performed, created, did everything like he never had any kind of problem in his life.
Yeah, and the man I stayed with, his name was Nikola. He was one of Radomir's best friend, or maybe Radomir's best friend, I don't know. He was really a great man, and he had lost a hand. His whole career he was in seafaring, cargo, naval industry. There was a problem with the engine, and they have, I guess, huge pistons in the engines on these ocean-going ships. And someone had the engine started while he was working in it. And so it started working. The engine started running, and the piston took off his hand. And then he reached to get it with his other hand and took off the fingers. And I think it was really great for me to be with him because I could learn by watching how he had dealt with his problems, and my problems, whatever they were very small in comparison. And that was very, very interesting and very helpful for me.
Whenever people ask me, what did you learn in Japan? Must be a lot. I said, yeah, of course, Japan, fantastic, magic, beautiful, gorgeous, blah, blah, blah. There was a man by name Sasahara, the world's most famous judo player, the most beautiful technique, the world champion, Olympic champion, everything goes with him. And one day he was standing in a dojo. I walked toward him and I said, Sasahara sensei, would you mind to teach me your uchimata, your technique? He looked at me and said, Muri. Muri means, it's not impossible, it's nothing in comparison to Muri. Muri is like super duper, quadruple, impossible, really impossible. Muri. Oh, I step back, but I move forward again. Sasahara says, please, I 24 hours, all my life, I will dedicate everything. Please, sensei, please teach me. Muri, Mura. I say, why? You're strong, you're too strong. Literally took me 5 years to understand. 5 years of hatred I spent on him. Sad that I lost 5 years instead to understand what he told me was the most important thing. Why? Because when the people are too strong, it's like one-way street. The life is not one way. It's a millions of ways.
Samurai stood at the top of the social hierarchy and followed the principles of Bushido, or the way of the warrior. Samurai's most important principles are loyalty, self-discipline, and respectful ethical behavior.
If you see yourself as a winner, means that you are thinking very big. If you are thinking very big, you have to act big. If you act big, you are really going to be big. People who reach extreme heights in their life, they can go back to that heights whenever they want. When is the time to build that heights? While children are young. Yes. Okay, that's it. Please help him and everything will be perfect. Go on your knees, sit down, put your hands on the side. Oh, that's beautiful. Earlier we start to build that love toward becoming somebody, positive somebody, we have healthier societies, families, and better world. Healthy, smart,
You know, when I met Radomir, he said, I have to tell you something from the early beginning. Half of my heart is for you, and half of my heart is for judo. I was in love, and I agreed to everything. I said, oh, who cares? Even half is enough. Of course, through the years, it became harder and harder and harder. But on the other hand, I do respect what Radomir does. I believe in his cause. And Radomir is a person that lives his passion.
These 3 jewels are the medals that I finally achieved in my life. 3, 2, 2, 3, 4.
Not only what he did, dramatic things to me, to my family, actually a lot to me. I could not buy it, and that bothered me, you know. He liked my friendship, what I gave it to him, you know. He did not want any money, nor any, it's not for money, you know. And he needs it, you know. I know that he needs it. No money.
Whether it be academia, investment banking, tennis, judo, personal relationships, whatever it might be, I really believe what I learned from a master teacher, what I learned from Radomir Kovačević, was how to achieve my goals, how to see myself for who I am, and I learned how to become who I wanted to be. And for that, I'm forever grateful to him.
I wish I could train with him. I think I would get a tremendous amount out of some of the training that he has offered.
Gentleman, about 15 years ago when I came to this country, he offered me a choice to be in business, to be a millionaire, or to be a teacher. I grabbed the second choice, and here I am, just a teacher.
How many people really love what they do? Well, he's a man who loves what he does.
Wow, if camera wasn't here, she would never do this.